Here's the scenario most teams have lived through at least once. You build a SaaS app. You add a weekly background job that reconciles your subscription data with Stripe, fixes broken records, syncs status, all the routine cleanup nobody thinks about. It works fine for months. Then one week something goes wrong inside that script. Maybe a credential rotated, maybe an API changed, maybe a single record breaks the whole run. The job exits early, the reconciliation doesn't happen. You don't notice because the job has no public URL, no dashboard, no error visible to anyone but the script itself. It just stops happening. 2 weeks later, you get a support ticket from a customer who was billed from a subscription they cancelled. You look into it, find their reconciliation has been silently failing for 14 days, and realize you have no idea how many other customers are affected. This is the silent failure problem, and it's frustratingly difficult to solve well. You could try at a second job that reruns the same logic and checks the result, but now you've got duplicate code touching your database, creating and deleting test records, polluting your data with monitoring activity. That's expensive. Heartbeat monitoring is the elegant alternative. Your real job runs once. At the end, it sends a signal HTTP request that says, I finished successfully. No duplicated execution, no test data, no database pollution, just a signal, and the absence of that signal is what triggers the alert. Scheduled jobs, backups, billing exports, data syncs, schedule reports are some of the most important things running on most production systems. They are also the hardest to monitor because there is nothing for a regular monitor to ping. There is no URL, there is just the script that runs on a schedule. Before we continue, one thing you need to know is that heartbeat monitoring is a paid feature, so you'll need a paid UptimeRobot plan to set this up. 1. How it works. Cryptop monitoring, sometimes called heartbeat monitoring, fills the usual approach. Instead of UptimeRobot checking on your script checks in with UptimeRobot. You create a monitoring, UptimeRobot gives you a unique URL, and at the end of your script, you add one line of code that hits that URL. That's the heartbeat. UptimeRobot knows when to expect the next one, and if it doesn't arrive within the window you configured, an alert fires. The key thing, the heartbeat only gets sent if your script reaches the end successfully. If the script crashes, errors out, or exits early, the line never runs. The silence becomes the signal. 2. Setting it up takes about a minute. From the dashboard, click Add New Monitor and pick Cron Job Heartbeat Monitoring. Give it a friendly name, something specific to what the job actually does, like weekly Stripe reconciliation or nightly database backup. 2 settings matter most. The interval, how often you expect a heartbeat. UptimeRobot supports anywhere from 1 minute up to 31 days. So this covers everything from a constantly running process to a monthly billing export. The grace period, how long UptimeRobot will wait after the expected time before considering the heartbeat missed. The default is 30 seconds, which is fine for most cases. If your job's runtime varies, a backup that might take 5 minutes or might take 15, set it longer. Pick your alert channels, email, SMS, Slack, voice call, whatever you're already using, and click Create Monitor. UptimeRobot generates a unique URL for this monitor. Copy that URL, you'll paste it into your script in a second. 3. Hooking your script up and testing it works. The setup is one line of code at the end of your script, a curl or widget request that hits the heartbeat URL UptimeRobot gives you. UptimeRobot's official guide walks through the exact syntax for every common environment. There's a link in the description. Let me show you how to do it on Windows. Open Task Scheduler, create a new task, Set the trigger to whatever schedule matches the heartbeat interval, every minute, every hour, whatever you choose. Then, for the action, you run PowerShell with one command: invoke web request, followed by your heartbeat URL. Save the task and Windows handles its own schedule. On Linux or macOS, the equivalent is adding a single line to your Cron tab, a curl request to the same URL, scheduled with Cron standard syntax. UptimeRobot's guide covers both. Once it's set up, here's how to confirm it's actually working. Find your task in Task Scheduler. Click Run. This forces it to execute immediately, not on its schedule. Wait a few seconds, then refresh your UptimeRobot dashboard. The monitor status should flip to Up. You'll see last heartbeat received with a timestamp matching the moment you clicked Run. If that happens, your setup is correct. But the test that actually matters is the second one. Does the alert fire when something breaks? Go back to Task Scheduler and click Disable. Now wait for your interval plus the grace period. So if you set a 1-minute interval with 30 seconds of grace, give it about 2 minutes. The monitor should flip to down in your dashboard, and the alert should arrive on whatever channel you set up: email, SMS, Slack, push notification. If both of those happen, the heartbeat being received when the script runs and the alert firing when it doesn't, you've confirmed the whole loop end to end. This second test is also the one I would recommend running once a month or so on every heartbeat monitoring you have, just to confirm the wiring is still good. It's cheap insurance. 4. The jobs worth setting this up for. Here are a few real-world examples to make this concrete. The subscription reconciliation case I mentioned at the start. Any SaaS that has a periodic job syncing data with a payment provider, an auth provider, or any third-party API. These jobs are critical and they fail more often than most teams realize because the third-party services they talk to change underneath them. Database backups. This is the canonical use case for a reason. A backup that's been silently failing for a week is a disaster the day you actually need it. End of day analytics dumps. Weekly investor reports, monthly billing exports. These often have stakeholders waiting for output, but the script itself is invisible until someone notices that the report never arrived. Log interval jobs. Anything that runs every few weeks or months. Quarterly tax calculations, license renewals, certificates rotations. These are the easiest to forget about and the hardest to verify by hand. UptimeRobot supports intervals up to 31 days specifically for this. So, if you've got scheduled jobs running anywhere in your stack and they are not being monitoring with heartbeats, go set this up. It takes a minute. You'll never be the person finding out about the failed reconciliation or the broken backup or the missed export 2 weeks after it happened. If you want to try UptimeRobot, the link is in the description. It's free for commercial use, no credit card. Also, check the description box to find some more helpful videos and the guide I showed earlier. Thanks for watching and happy monitoring!